All right, now, how do you move? Okay, so let's look at these two lines of movement. We're looking at here, okay, and we're looking at here. So in other words, again, using my visual reference points, okay, we're looking at this, and we're looking at this. Okay, FMA guys, does this look familiar? Okay, yeah, exactly. Okay, all right. So again, it depends on the physicality of your students, okay? You got guys that are really physical, man, they're going to pick this up and they're going to be really moving very well. If they're not very physical, you're going to have to take a little bit more time with them, right? But if you look right now, as I'm standing, I'm in a relaxed position, I'm not expecting a gunfight or anything like that. My feet are positioned to move forward or to move back, right? Okay? So if I want to move in this direction, the first line or the first step, no pun intended, is going to be orienting my feet to the direction of travel that I want to go. Okay? At its simplest, it involves picking up this foot and falling into this line of travel. Okay? So I simply pick up and fall into that line of travel. Okay? All right? So if you've got students that are very unphysical, this is kind of where it's going to start. Okay? If you've got students that are operating on a slippery surface and so on, very simple. You just kind of fall into the direction of travel, push with the opposite foot, and then keep moving. Okay? All right. When you are positioning these feet, okay, you can supercharge this movement by loading the legs plyometrically. Right now, neither leg is set up for movement. Here, both legs are set up for movement. I can push with this one, okay? I can pull with this one as I step with the other foot. If I start off with a plyometric reset of the feet, I can do that automatically. What I'm talking about is basically something like this, okay? Where there's not supposed to be any vertical displacement. I'm not jumping up, okay? I'm simply resetting the feet so that I can set up to move in the direction I want to move. Right now, this leg is loaded up for movement, this leg is loaded up for movement, so I can take off and push, okay? At the same time that I do that, I want to dip this shoulder a little bit, okay? One thing that you'll find a lot of students do is they get the lower body pretty good, but because we're all a product of our training, they like to stay squared up on their target. So they're here like this, okay, and they're doing this, okay? Well, the problem with that is you're trying to get your body to do two different things at the same time. To stay squared up and to move, all right? You're creating a conflict. So what happens is they don't do either one too well, all right? So the takeoff concept is very simple. At its most basic, involves simply leaning and pushing away from the X. And at its most advanced concept, it involves a plyometric resetting of the feet and moving into that safe direction. And you notice when I did that, what did I do? I dipped the head a little bit, I dipped the shoulder a little bit. Okay? Movement begins up here. All right, if you look at any animal in nature, all right, it starts with the head moving and then the rest of the body follows. The head moves, the rest of the body follows. Martial art context, where the eyes go, the head goes, where the head goes, the body follows. Okay? Very simple. So what I want to do is, as I position to move, I'm going to dip the shoulder, I'm going to lead with the head. Okay? Here. It's hard to stop that motion there, but here. Okay? This is what I'm doing. Now I can be up here on the toe like this, I can be on the side of the foot. It depends, your body will figure out how it needs to be. Okay? Now, I'm not up here like this looking at him, because what am I doing then? My body's going in one direction, my head's going in the other direction. I'm creating conflict. So I'm allowing the head to lead. I'm not looking at him right now, but I still see him in peripheral vision as I'm taking off. Okay? This is the first step in your grip. If you were gripping that pistol in the belt, this is the first step here. Okay? I'm going to pull with this foot or this leg. I'm going to push with this leg at the same time to go here. And by the time that the second step comes up, my timing should be where the pistol is already up and moving toward him. I don't want you to worry about the pistol right now. I just want you to worry about the footwork. Okay? So, again, from here, okay, he's got the pistol. So I point it in right here. Okay? Now, your perspective, what does this look like?
you went down and over.
Okay.
You dropped down and you were at the same time moving. It was almost continuous. It wasn't like a 1-2. It was
Okay.
even like a half beat or a
All
quarter
right.
beat.
How many steps did I take?
2.
Okay, look where I started. It's a lot of ground.
A lot of ground.
Okay, that's what we want to do. All right. Now, from your perspective, how does it look? Am I creating pressure here on you a little bit?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I'm actually closing in on
What are
you.
you doing? You're supposed to be standing there.
Yeah, exactly. It's not the same as if I move back over here. Okay, point in. Okay. It's not the same thing as if I go again. Okay. Right? It's a whole different feel to it. Now again, look at the distance here. Okay? So this is the targeted X. This is where I'm going to be shot. Boom. Okay? A lot of ground to cover. During that, I come up and I start working the pistol.